Yo, what is up, Sex Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and Treyarch just released the Awakening DLC trailer, preview trailer. What would you even call that? I'm not even sure. I'm just gonna call it a trailer. They actually released that. They showed some multiplayer maps, which no one really cares about. And they also showed their EISENDRACHE. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna call it Castle or the Iron Dragon because I'm terrible at pronouncing things. So yeah. But it starts off with Samantha's laugh, which gives us a pretty good indication that Samantha's going to be in charge of the zombies. She was in charge of the zombies at the Giant, because before the Giant actually happened, and what I mean by that is before the actual events that we play as happened, Richtofen had just got done teleporting Samantha and Maxis. Samantha went to Moon, and she got inside the pyramid, and Maxis went to Shangri-La. Now, before we could actually find Maxis, Richtofen was killed, the Origins crew came and killed him, and then the events of the Giant play out. So we're not exactly sure if Samantha's in full-on PMS mode yet, or what exactly the situation is even on Moon. But it is safe to assume that Samantha is probably going to be in charge of the zombies. The next thing that Jason Blundell tells us is that this is the first chapter for Black Ops 3. So it looks like Shadows of Evil and the Giant were actually maybe prequels, or the ending to the final chapter, chapter 2, or was it chapter 4? I don't know, I'm getting confused with these chapters, but this is the first chapter for Black Ops 3. So it looks like Shadows of Evil wasn't really something too huge for Black Ops 3. It did have connections to the storyline, but it wasn't something as big as the Giant, or like Moon or anything like that. It had little connections here and there and gave us a little bit of information, but nothing too major, and they were probably just trying to give us a good introduction into Black Ops 3. The next thing it goes on to say is that all the evil forces and everything that they've had in zombies basically comes into one map, and that this map is an ancient castle where many dark atrocities have actually occurred. He also says something very interesting. I think he words it like this: they're like large quantities of recently discovered element 115. Now the thing that really caught me is he said recently discovered element 115. Not recently discovered like quantities of element 115. It made it seem like they just had discovered element 115. So mainly we're used to zombie maps taking place around World War II, so maybe this map might take place a little bit earlier than we're actually used to with a lot of other zombie maps. And he also said that we're going to be introduced to 4 new Mega Gobblegum. I mean, that's pretty cool. Wonder what it's going to be like. I mean, I feel like we have a lot of different types of Gobblegum, everything from power-ups to max ammos to perks and stuff, so I'm very curious to see what else he could probably introduce. And the last cool thing he said was that they answered a lot of questions for the zombies community. A lot of questions are going to be answered with this map, and he also said some new questions are going to arise. So I would assume the questions that we're going to get answers to are mainly dealing with parallel universes, what all's going on, what happened to the original crew, is Samantha in charge? I would assume she's in charge. Where's the original Maxis? What Maxis are we dealing with? There's just so many questions that we need answers to, and maybe this map will actually give us answers to it. So I'm showing you guys a couple interesting images. I was going through frame by frame. I'm just going to show you guys a couple cool things I found. The first one is Der Wunderfiz, or Der Wunderjizz. Is that what it's called? Wunderjizz. Wunderjizz is going to return. You can see it right here in the bottom right of this picture. You can see this is an empty Wunderjizz location. So maybe PhD Flopper is going to be returning. Maybe we're going to have all the perks returning, and the only way you can get certain ones is if you get it through Der Wunderjizz. If we come to this image and we look to the left, that kind of looks like an Origins generator. So maybe we're actually taking a lot of things from Origins and implementing them into this map. So maybe we might see some more dig piles return, maybe, or might see some more pods, or whatever the fuck they were in Shadows of Evil. We might see some more of those return. Another interesting image that I actually found was this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw this. Now, what could that red circle be? I can only assume it's going to be like a ritual zone, or they're going to implement something right there. But my best guess would be it's probably like a ritual area, similar to in Shadows of Evil, how we had those little circles around the map. I'm assuming this might be a ritual area, and of course it's going to have to do something with the Easter egg. Maybe we have to spawn in some more Margwas, man. I'm just kidding, Margwas are probably not going to be in this map. But we might have to fight a dragon, that's a complete possibility. The next image I want to show you guys is this. It looks like a lab, and it looks like it's going to be the inside of this building right here, because you can see the 3 windows exactly line up, and you can see that little yellow thing in the middle of the doorway. So let's hop back over here to the lab image, and you can see a wall gun over there. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's that one 3-round burst wall gun. And you can also see Speed Cola over there to the right. So I'm assuming this is where all the cool stuff went down. This is where all the exciting research, science things went down. It was probably right here in this room. So this room's probably going to have some significant things to it, and I can't wait to get inside and explore what's going on in this mysterious Church of Science. And it also looks like Treyarch gave us a little bit of help with Shadows of Evil because they showed this image, which has a bunch of symbols and their translations. They probably did this to give us a little bit of help to actually pack a punch the Wonder Weapon, because we still haven't got it. And yeah, they stumped us on that one. GG, Treyarch. Unless it's going to be like something virtually impossible, like get the 360 YY with the Wonder Weapon cross-map Tomahawk, then that would make perfect sense. But looks like Treyarch was like, you guys are stupid as shit, we're going to give you some help. And they actually did, so they gave us a little bit of translation, so I can assume that we might be able to find this Pack-a-Punch upgrade Wonder Weapon thingy here pretty soon. And right here, the last picture that I found was very interesting, was some more of those red rings, the ritual areas, I can only assume. So I think we have seen 3 of them. I can only assume there would be 4 of them, just to make it even, because 3 seems like a weird number, but 4 is like a really even number, you know? 4 characters, a lot of 4 things in zombies. But it looks like this map is going to be very, very interesting. I can't wait to get my hands on it. This is probably going to be one of the best maps in Black Ops 3. The castle setting seems really interesting. Looks like it's going to be a nice mixture between open areas and narrow corridors, which is what I really like, because Shadows of Evil was just like narrow corridors. Not really too many big open areas, which is what I kind of like, so I don't feel like I'm cramped in the entire time I'm playing zombies. But this map looks like it's going to have an interesting storyline, a very, very interesting detailed layout, and just hopefully we get to see some World War II guns return. Just anything other than modern day weapons. I'm getting so tired of futuristic and modern day weapons. I just want to play with my PP. SH, if you guys know what I mean. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys could, please give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.